Hello, what's up everyone? It's your boy Connor. Welcome to Slinging Sips. This is my kitchen in Troy, New York, and today we're going to be reviewing a single origin Colombia from Dak Coffee Roasters. Now I already opened this box and did an entire video. This is supposed to be a first open kind of box out of the box review. So I ended up being able to dial in my grinder just a little bit more from the last failed attempt. My Bluetooth mic decided to completely crap out and make a really annoying high-pitched sound, which makes the video practically unwatchable. This is my backup mic. I got a cord. Whatever, it works. It works. You'll be able to hear my audio. You'll be able to hear my voice very clearly. And I'll finally be able to just do this damn video. So, let me show you what we got here. It's Dak Coffee Roasters. They're based out of Amsterdam. I got this from Jacob Alejandro in Troy, New York, if you're curious where you guys can source this coffee. And they talk about tasting notes of strawberry, clove, pomegranate, and acai berries. So it's a very, overall, a very sweet tasting experience. So first thing I'm gonna do, I have fresh water inside my barista kettle. The water in Troy, New York generally is a little bit harsher, but there is a filter inside the sink here, so the water actually tastes pretty good coming out of it, and this will be the baseline of the water I use for all my reviews. Also, everything will be weighed out to 19 grams. So, those are the parameters. Okay, first things first. The water is starting to heat now. I'm going to get my scale ready. Open this box. Very nice packaging. I really like box packaging for coffee. Inside you got a little bag here. And we got the lady here enjoying her cup of coffee. Freaking phenomenal. Just a little bit of... like a little this. This is the Dak. This is the Dak pose. You ever drinking Dak, you gotta do the Dak pose. Da-da-da-dum, go down, gotta weigh my coffee. If I sound a little bit groggy, it's because I'm waking up and I have my buddy Jesse here with me. He got to try the last cup of coffee. This is gonna be my cup of coffee though. We went on a hike out in the Adirondacks recently, and we did Giant Mountain as well as Rocky Peak Mountain. It's two 4,000 footers in Giant Mountain Wilderness, and it was just freaking phenomenal. A little bit too much. There we go, got 19.2 grams on the scale here. God damn, get back in the box. There we go. I'm gonna throw this in the grinder right here. And I know my little tray is cracked, but it works. It doesn't work any less. I use things until they are no longer usable. That's just the way I do it. I immediately always put my brewing method on my scale because we're gonna be weighing out water. We're going to be weighing out the amount of coffee. Right now I'm going to be grinding this up. Oh, that's our water. Okay. Our coffee's ground up. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take our handy dandy filter. throw it right on in here. I can see my face is not completely on camera. Someone commented recently, more table, less me. Or no, more table, less ceiling. That actually, this is more ceiling, less table. I don't know. I don't have a tall enough table for these videos. Eventually I'm going to get an actual nice bar table right here with a couple of seats as well, so you guys can actually see a little bit more of a clean setup. But for now, this is what I got. I just moved here. Water's ready. We're going to heat our brewing method first. The weight does not matter right now. This thing's all ready. Ooh, I have to adjust that. I'm gonna move that. Come on, move over there. Make sure it's sticking to the sides. There we go. I'm gonna do a little bit of an adjustment on the inside there. Perfect. Swirl that a little bit. Now I'm going to zero out my scale before I pour the coffee inside the brewing method. This is to double check to see that I weighed it correctly, and to account for any loss that I might have had in the grinder. $18.7 grams, so there was a bit of loss. I weighed out 19.2, so that's half a gram just from that. And with the 0.5 adjustment in grind size since my last pour from that failed video, because fuck the audio, I have it a bit more dialed in as well. So now that our coffee's in, you notice how it was tapping the sides of the brewer. I was actually evening that that bed of coffee, so that way when I'm pouring, I get as even of an extraction as possible. So I'll be using every single time I do these videos, I'll be using a 4-pour brewing method developed by Alejandro for his competitions. I didn't know anything better before that, and now I know this method, and I live by it. I live by it now because he's freaking master at what he does. So I'm gonna grab my water. I'm gonna start the timer as soon as the water hits contact with the coffee, and I'm gonna try to wet that bed, going for bloom. So I'm going to wait about 30 seconds, and then I'm going to move up to 150 grams. I went a little bit over 57 grams, which is okay. Try and slow that water down as much as possible. I'm trying to be as soft and delicate with the water as possible, so just using the weight of the brewer to let the water flow out. You notice the coffee will start to form walls on the outside. Focus on the outside a little bit more, give it some love. These pours happen very fast succession, so you got to be really watching that timer and making sure that you're ready by the time it's there. So I'm at 125, 130, I'm going to pour for my last. Trying to keep a very even rate. Look how gentle it is. I'm trying to go for the smallest amount of agitation as possible. Perfect. Just over 300 grams output. Now we just wait until, I'm going to go 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I like to run this a little bit long. 2:45 is my typical. So I'll get this set up. And now we just wait and just enjoy the beautiful smells that are filling up this apartment. And this is a great coffee that needs to be represented more. It's going to be a more dialed in cup. The way I'm going to be doing this is there will be a first open review, so that won't really reflect its final score, and then there will be a dialed in review. So basically the grind size is right, everything is done right, and pretty much at like that 2-minute 45-second mark you have a dry coffee bed, so it is no longer extracting coffee, and that's what I'm going to be aiming for. Here I got pretty close, but I see now that I need to adjust a little bit coarser, probably another half tick, and I'll get that perfectly dialed in cup of coffee that I've been looking for. But anyways, now that we're done here, let's get rid of our scale. Let's get rid of the cap to this. Oh. Here's my tasting cup right over here, and then my main coffee cup. Okay. Now it's time to give this a single sip review. Immediately it just fills your nostrils with all these beautiful smells. It's going to help me ignore the pain that my mini flare up right now my skin is having on me. I've got eczema, and yeah, she's flaring up. The apartment's been dusty, I've been cleaning it up, and during that time there's a lot of irritants around. Plus going through the woods and literally scrambling through every single type of plant and do it as well. Wow, that's better than the last brew. I can really taste the strawberry coming through. It hits you immediately. And everything else comes on a lot more subtly as the coffee sits on your tongue a little bit longer. It's not a very long taste profile. That means it doesn't like linger on your tongue for a very long time, but it's very like pungent. Well, I don't like using the word pungent, like it's a bad word, but like it's pungent in a good way. Full body. Fills up the aromas, that's a better word. full body. I'm gonna give that a score of 8.4. This is 100% a top pick coffee. There are some more interesting and dynamic ones that these guys make, and there's also subtler ones that they make that I like a little bit better than what this one came out to be. But it's delicious. It fills the tongue. It'll wake you up for sure. And it's just juicy, it's bright, it's bodied. That's a great cup of coffee. Well, with that being said, guys, I guess I'll see you again in my kitchen with another bag of coffee to review in the next video. Bye-bye. Good morning, everyone. It's your boy Connor from Slinging Sips, continuing the video that we did on single origin Colombia from Dak Coffee Roasters. I did a single sip review of my first pour, and now I have dialed in this brew to perfection. What I would call perfection. It smells phenomenal. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. This will be a delicious pour over for the morning. Alright guys, let's give this a single sip. This will be the final score. It first hits you with the juiciness of the strawberry, and then the notes of pomegranate start to come afterwards, and like all red fruit. This is a very red fruit focused coffee. And I think that if you are someone who enjoys this type of coffee drinking experience, this is absolutely the coffee that you want to be drinking. This Dak Single Origin Colombia. And that just makes this coffee very beautiful in the way that it expresses itself. Oh, I almost gave another sip. I tricked you guys. April Fools. Wait, it's not the 1st of April. Let's put that down. Stay there. Down, boy. Sit. Okay. I'm going to give that a score of 8.5. I definitely like the taste a little bit better. For sure, some of the juiciness and some of the characteristics from this coffee actually came through a little bit more this time, because just changing the grind size a little bit, I ended up marking the time at 2 minutes and 52 seconds at 303 milliliter output, and then just a little over 18 grams of coffee. So it ended up being a really well-balanced, just perfectly extracted brew. Bed got dry. That's exactly what I was looking for. And it's delicious. It's an amazing coffee. I think Dak Coffee Roasters really has great principles, and I think that their love for coffee really shows through here, and the way that they source it as well. So, with that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.